Welcome, 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 welcome. Halito, 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 my family. Peace and blessings. All praises to the gods and the goddess out there. How you doing, Halito? I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Yes, it's been a while. Haven't been to work all this week because I had to take my son out to Iowa. His second year at in college, or my second oldest son. So, um, pretty much threw me off a flow on some of the things that I do with my content. But peace and blessings to all you guys out there. Like I said, to the goddesses and the gods out there, you guys are so great. It's a beautiful. I mean, it seemed like almost across the country, we've been experiencing so many torrential rains. We've been dealing with all kinds of different types of extreme heat, torrential rains. Alexa's in the house, Halito, and we have been dealing with so much of natural disasters. And some of my questions today is, have man affected? Cherokee Tulu in the house. Cherokee Tulu in the house. Halito, you guys. Halito. Like I said, and I hope you guys can hear me really good. Sister Bolden in the house. Sister Bolden in the house. So great to see you guys. High energies, all great, all great graces, and all glory to the Most High, which is the highest energy. We all spiritual beings on this planet, spiritual beings. I have to always say, have we been doing a good job when it comes down? What's up, Cedric? Sagittarius Jones in the house. Sagittarius Jones in the house. Have we been great? Have we been doing a good job with the planet? We got red butterfly in the house. Have we been doing a great job with the planet? And I want you guys to understand this. Some of the things, we got Prince of Petty in the house. Prince of Petty in the house. That brother there, he don't hold back. Prince of Petty do not hold back. That's one brother I can always respect. That he always, he speaks from his mind and not his feelings. He's a person that just speaking his truth. You know what I'm saying? Some people just can't respect the truth of others. Okay, we got Pony Locks in the house. Pony Locks be holding it down with me on TikTok. Shout out Locks holding it down on TikTok. And also, if you're out there on TikTok, please subscribe to her channel. TikTok her channel. Pony Locks be holding it down, just like I told you. Are we doing enough? Are we doing enough to protect the planet? Because you're seeing, we look at certain natural disasters. We're seeing a lot of things that are going on when it comes down to the planet, the environment. Even here in America, you're starting to see things are just getting really, really. I'm watching the way crops are not surviving. The crops are dying early. There's just so much we're not doing when it comes down to our environment. Our environment is really suffering. The animals, when we talk about the animals, there are some animals that are going extinct. There are some animals that are going extinct. So what are we doing? And I keep saying this. What are we doing? Are we following the European ways that don't give a damn about nature? Are we following the European ways because we surely don't give a damn about nature and what's happening to our environment? Okay. There's a disease out there. You're starting to see multiple disease. It's man creating diseases so they can depopulate. It's man causing diseases purposely to depopulate. Okay. Is man causing diseases to depopulate? And I'm starting to recognize, last 2 years we've been dealing with the so-called COVID-19, and now you're starting to see a new pandemic that is called monkeypox. And please don't tell me that's fake. Please don't tell me it's not real, because I have seen people come forward, and I'm starting to see that this is real. Okay. And I'm starting to believe that they are changing the environment, that they are doing things. They're out here making new diseases to kill us off. Okay. We don't have fresh, clean water. Our food is being processed. You see the food. There's a lot of meat that is not real meat. You guys are eating all that processed. There was a Subway. Subway was being sued, and I didn't know this. Subway was being sued because they were selling processed tuna. Tuna wasn't real. It wasn't real tuna fish. I had no idea that Subway was being sued. Shout out to Keith Graham. That Subway was being sued because they were selling processed tuna. Okay? That makes me very worried. That makes me very worried, family. Because if they would do that with tuna, what else they doing? What else they doing, family? Okay? What else are they doing? It's horrifying. It's horrifying to know that these people are doing everything to depopulate. Now, Bill Gates is talking about he don't want to be rich anymore, that he's willing to deplete all his funds to get people off the planet. He said there's too many people and that we need to depopulate the planet. The Africans already, they've been talking about Africa, and it's amazing how Africa wants everybody to feel self-pity for them. Africa wants us all to cry with them. Now, when we're suffering and they are committing genocide here in America, now all of a sudden you see Africa. All of a sudden, Africa want us to cry with them, because now it's been caught on video that Africa, that they want to kill African babies. Okay? That Africa wants to kill African babies. But they want us to feel their pain. They want us to feel their pain. But when things happen to American original people, original people, the Aborigine people of America, they turn a blind eye. They turn a blind eye. That's why I don't eat from Taco Bell. Taco Bell don't use beef. I never eat from Taco Bell. That is garbage. Taco Bell is garbage, family. Okay? All that stuff that they're hide, they can hide that with all them sauces. They can hide it with all of that junk. Taco Bell, garbage. McDonald's is garbage. Processed meat. McDonald's is garbage. Mick doo doo. Mick doo doo. Mick doo doo. Okay? I want you guys to understand that. Mick doo doo. Okay? That is mystery meat. Mystery meat. Okay? We are under attack. We are under attack. And you guys are blinded by it. Okay? It's in the food. All of a sudden, monkeypox. Shout out to Big Dog Philly. Monkeypox. Okay? They first discovered monkeypox. And they claim it comes from, they blame everything on Africa. They blame all of the diseases on Africa. And this is one of the times that I will not allow them to do so. Okay. Now, they won't blame Europe, but they will blame Africa. Okay. You guys got to get with it. They said that this had to do with sexual, with men. They blamed it on the gays. They said all these things. These are experiments. Oh, son in the house. These are experiments that are going on to depopulate the people. Okay? If you guys have not opened your eyes, you are asleep. You're not woke. There's no way in the world you can be woke and not see that it's coming through your foods. Okay? Monkeypox. What the hell is a monkeypox? Okay? I heard of chicken pox. I heard of the measles. All of these were man-made diseases. Man-made diseases. Okay? All of these diseases were man-made diseases. And the first people they blame it on is people of color. The first people that they blame this on is people of color. It doesn't matter if you are the original Americans. It doesn't matter if you're from Africa. It doesn't matter if you're from Haiti. It doesn't matter if you're from the Caribbean. It doesn't matter where you are on this land. They blame people of color. And I never understand the bull. Shout out to Mama Bear in the house. Shout out to, of course, Red Butterfly. We got Queen Bee Jones. And I want you guys to understand this. Why do they do these things? Are you the people who are you the people who have lice? Did you grow up with lice in your head? Where did lice come from, family? Where did lice come from? Okay? Where did lice come from? Just like ticks and fleas, they only hang in people that has animal genetics. That has animal genetics. So how could people that does not have lice, that are not capable of having lice because of woolly hair, produce lice? Okay? Now, these are things that came from Europe. You have to understand that some of these people come from the caves. Some of these people have DNA of canine DNA. But yet, they still want to connect you to the animals. They still want to connect you to animals. Now, there's no scientific fact that our people come from animal DNA. They say that we are the closest to monkeys. How could we be the closest to monkeys with big lips? How could we be close to monkey when we're not as hairy? How could we become closer to monkeys? You guys got to understand the same thing. This is why you jackasses that's are from the Eastern civilization, who are over there in Africa, who are over there across the seas, that think that you are better than us. Kane and Wolf, shout out to you. Shout out to, I think we just had Maria. Shout out to you. You can't get serious with people who keep absolutely saying that we are the people of disease when it's factual that they are the people of disease. They brought disease. We didn't know about diseases till they came here with their diseases. Now, this is not racist. The fact that they came here and brought diseases to this continent. The fact that they brought disease to this continent is the fact that they would lie about everything. Okay? You have to understand these things. That America was never America. There's no such thing as a America. There's no such thing as a Africa. These names are colonized names. Okay? These are colonized names. Africa, America is nothing but colonization names. These are rulers. These are people who won in wars. Okay? We are the prisoners of war because they hijacked everything that we have built. They hijacked everything that we have built. They say we have no culture, but yet everybody mimics people of color, are blacks, the so-called blacks that are not black American Indians that are here, the original American Indians, not Mongolians, not Siberians, the original people that when the Moors came with, the settlers and came with the oppressors. So those who are Moors and who say that you are Moors, you are a foreigner as well. You claim to be a Moor under Morocco, but you are only stating that you are a foreigner. You came here with Christopher Columbus. You came here with William Penn. When William Penn when he sailed here, shout out to Thomas, Kane and Wolf. When they came here, they saw you here. See, there was a difference. And this is one of the reasons why William Penn said, hey, they look similar to Ethiopians, that they look similar to gypsies, but they were their own people, and they called them savages. Now, it's amazing that a savage would call one a savage, that a savage would call one a savage. We met the colonizers at the doorstep of our homeland. Our homeland were not weak people. Our ancestors met them at the doorstep. We didn't meet them with a welcome mat. We fought them. See, you guys got to stop it. Stop saying how weak we were. They came with weapons. They came with diseases. And they didn't come here to be friends. They came here to dominate. Shout out to Mother Nature. They came here to overtake. They didn't come with love. They was not these beautiful pilgrims that sat at the table, and we did not sit at the table with them. They came here and they did not bring their best. The queen brought her worst. The queen did not bring her greats. The queen brought her prisoners. The queen brought her prisoners, because what you don't understand, that Europeans were overpopulated. Their jails, they had savages. They had savages, cannibals. They were eating their own people. They sat in their own feces. They did not know anything about soap. They had lice. They had ticks. They had fleas, because their skin during the wintertime, they had to protect their body. Their body grew hair. They were furry people. They were furry people. They had animal skin that protect them from the hard winters. They were out in the cold climate and they adapted to the cold climate. But you call us savages? RE in the house, you call us savages? I need not to be ugly with you, but it was the Moors. Moors civilized you. Moors civilized you because you were having sex with your mothers. You were having sex with your sisters. You were having sex with your cousins. You have to understand that they were animals. That they were animals before they were civilized. Before they were civilized, they were animals. They grew tails. This is not racism. This is scientific facts that they people grew tails. Okay? They grew tails. How could I be a monkey when you grow a tail? When your lips are thin, why they want to inject their lips to have full lips. This is why they want to tan themselves, because they were a mutation. They were a mutation, okay? A mutation off of us, okay? I have to say this, my brother, that smoke weed, that my brother smoke weed from a long time ago. The weed that they have, oh yes, that stuff have chemicals in it. I remember what the weed was. Yeah, all the stuff that they're doing now has serious chemicals in. They don't have fresh weed. Okay, a lot of men that are in doing weed right now, if they're not growing it themselves, it is causing them not to have they're having sexual unbalances, because they are taking in weed that is not really weed, it's processed weed. So it's causing them not to be able to have sex for a very long time. Men are not you got to watch what you're putting in your body, men. Okay? This is a reason why you're struggling to get it up. You're struggling to get it up because you are putting so much process inside of your body, okay? And you're losing a lot of your libido, okay? You're losing that, okay? So watch what you do. You might think that you're feeling good, and it's affecting you in many other ways, okay? Okay? You are getting affected in more ways than others. Men today are not living long. Men today are not having sex long. Okay? Men are diminishing before they're women because men are the target because they don't want you to reproduce. Okay? Men are a target. Their sexual, their urges are not as what when they get into a certain, and this is what's happening to people of color when it comes down to our women. They don't want to have sex when they're in their 40s. A lot of women don't want to have sex in their 40s and 50s because, and I'm not saying all, but because of the chemicals that are going into their body. Okay, not an urge. They go through menopause. Menopause. They go through certain things. They just don't want to deal with sex. Okay, a lot of this stuff is going into our body. What we drink, what we smoke, is eliminating us. Okay, you have to understand you are what you eat. You are. People ask me, how did I change diabetes so fast? Well, I let myself stop eating all of them breads. When you eat all that bread and you drink these soft drinks, we call it cold drinks down in the South. And when you stop drinking all of that sugar, sugar is the most dangerous weapon against our people. Sugar is everywhere. Sugar hurts men and women sexually. Sugar hurts men and women sexually. It destroys men urges to have sex with their women for a very long time. Okay? So the more sugar you eating, the more you're damaging your sexual drive. By the time you are in your 40s, you're going to feel like you are in your 60s. You're not going to want to have sex. But when you remove that urge for all that sugar, you will be able to have longevity in your sex game. Okay? Okay? I want you guys to understand that. I'm 44 years old and I notice I can do without sex. Yes. Because the reason you don't have an urge to want to have sex. I'm 47. You don't I have, since I changed my dieting in my life, I have a urge to have sex more but I didn't. I was losing that in my early 40s. When I was 40 years old, I did not want to have sex. Okay. So you have to understand the dynamics of these things, the chemical imbalances that are happening to our people. The chemical imbalances, what you eat, what you put in, you have to understand the pesticides. A lot of the pesticides that they have on your vegetables, your fruits, that is engaging into your system. It's killing you. You're getting a slow death. Many of our people are dying in their 50s and 60s. We're not having longevities in our life. We're being mutated. We are going into a mutation unbalancing ourselves. We are going into a mutation ourselves. You don't believe it, but you are. Okay? Because you are following their diets. You find yourself wanting more meat instead of vegetables. You find yourself wanting more meat than vegetables and fruits because you think that is healthy. You think that's going to make you big. The bigger you are, the weaker you're going to be in the longer run. Guys who are 250 pounds try to get to 200 pounds. Women who are 230 pounds try to get under to 190. You have to understand that your longevity, if you're seeking to be 70, you're seeking to be in your 80s, you're not going to live long. Why you think that the Vietnamese, you look at these Chinese people, they live longer than us because they do without the things that they'll kill us. They'll bring savage food to us, but they're not eating the same things that we eat. They eat plant-based foods. Okay. My dude is 73 years old and I can't handle him. Yes, because he eats well. Your dude is 73 years old and he eats well. He's living a great life. He's it's all about what you put in your body. I went through months at a time and I even a year without intercourse. And but it's because I don't want to be sleeping around. It's so many out here. Yes, what you guys got to understand, we're living in a different time. We're living in a different era. You cannot just sleep with anybody out here. These people are giving you multiple diseases. You see Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon was sleeping with a model, with this supermodel. This young lady ended up with HIV. Hopefully he doesn't have it also. This lady went 10 years without getting checked. She's been living with HIV. Now she has full blown AIDS. She went there for 10 years. And by you looking at people, you can't tell by looking. People can be beautiful on the outside, but in the inside, they are damaged. Okay? People that you see on the outside can be beautiful, but they're damaged wounds in the inside. There was a young girl that was a part of Nature Boy's crew, the cult leader Nature Boy. And she's a pretty young lady, but in her inside, she was oozing pus. She had pus on her vagina. She was oozing pus out of her vagina. She was dealing with so many illnesses, herpes, multiple diseases that Nature Boy gave her. Okay, so on the outside, you can meet people out in the streets, and you think that these people are they sleep with everybody. This is worse than Papa was a Rolling Stone. These people have sex with dogs. You saw the man who just got in jail, who got put in jail for having sex with a horse. You have mentally ill people out here today, and people that want to have sex all the time. That is a disease. A person who live their life who just want to have sex all the time, that is a sex disease. Okay, there's a disease out here where people just have to beat their meat too much, or finger themselves. They have a sex problem. Okay, so similar to Nick Cannon, that's how Nick Cannon has multiple women. And also there's allegedly that Nick Cannon likes to play a woman's role. He likes to dress up like women. Okay, so you have to understand that these are not the days of where you grew up, where I grew up. These are not them days. Okay, yeah, yes, there's addictions to sex. People don't realize that. I changed my diet, Peanut. I'm 55 years old. I work hard every day. My sex drive is strong. Keith Graham, you look excellent, brother. Keith Graham, you're 55 years old. I saw you, brother. You look excellent. And one of the reasons why you like that, because you have a drive about yourself. You have so much energy because you love yourself. When you love yourself, you are able to overcome anything. I've been dealing since I was 30 years old. I battle with high blood pressure, but because I changed my A1C, I changed my diabetes. I no longer have diabetes, and I no longer have high blood pressure. Okay, so once you change one, you can change the other. Maria said, "Please don't get mad," but she was dancing with five guys in the group, not just yeah, yeah, yeah. And I can sit here and tell you that a lot of these young women truly don't love themselves. A lot of these young women really don't love themselves because they have had problems. Um, you know, when you grew up in a bad situation, bad environments, it's all about your environment. Some of these women were their mothers sold their own daughters. When you watch Precious, for those who watch Precious, a lot of people don't realize that that's a true story. They got women out here where a mother would sit by and she would sit there and blame the daughter because her sleazy old man. She rather that was her own father who gave her HIV. Her own father. And let me tell you something. We don't do enough to protect the women, and we don't do enough to protect young men. Young women and young men today are the targets. They are the targets of society. If you look what's going on, there's allegedly Lil Bow Wow was messed with when he was a young man. If you look at Lil Bow Wow and his manager, you see all these young people have been put has been put in situations to where they've been touched as very young. And I'm not giving them any excuses, but you have to understand where all of this starts from. Okay, a person don't just victims become victims, become a predator becomes a was a victim at one time. Most of these predators were victims. Nobody just didn't take the time to try to intervene and protect them. Okay, they didn't take the time to intervene. All of us, you know, I was blessed to have people to protect me. But what about the person who didn't have somebody to protect them? Okay, so you have to be compassionate, and you have to be very open minded to people. You got to be compassionate to people. You can't be so judgmental. We got a lot of us who like to talk and talk about other people until it happens to them. Okay, we like to all point the fingers at other people and say these and this and that and this, and not realize that you have children yourself, and anything can happen to your children. So let's not be holy endowed and pointing fingers at people. Okay, the only way we can overcome our generational curses, we have to be able to talk about situations. That's the only way. Okay, the same way we're talking about our genealogy, the same way we're talking about we are the original Indians, the same way we need to talk about all of our issues. Okay, we have to talk about all of our issues, and all of us, even Chief Peanut Nola 504. I had people, predators trying to come after me, but I was blessed to have people protect me. Okay, so there's sickening people out here, and they're gonna always, throughout history, have sickening people. You guys got to understand that. Okay, when you got love for yourself, nobody can get in your way. Once you have, don't you know that it's easy for them to come after young girls and boys, because a lot of these young boys and girls, they don't have jobs, they don't make a lot of money, so they get intrigued by a person that they trust. Especially in the music industry, most of these young people want to become an artist. They want to become somebody, but then they tell them, if you want to be a star, you got to sleep with me. If you want to be something special, you got to sleep with me. And these are the things that they go through. And a lot of these young people come from bad environments. A lot of these people come from poor environments where they had no choice. They think that they're going to get their own mother out the hood, that they're going to get their own mother. They're trying to save their parents, but they have to sacrifice themselves. They have to sacrifice. Many of these young people have to, these rappers, Lil Wayne sacrificed himself. Smoke signal. Lil Wayne had to sacrifice himself. You know, look at Baby kissing this man in his mouth when he was a very young man. Baby was doing all kinds of, you know, bad things when it came down to this young man. Okay? So there's a lot of, his mother probably thought Baby was taking him out the streets, was going to show him something different. But they got a lot of these men out here who are predators to young women and to young men. And that's a society. And the number one target is people of color. The number one target is people of color. And that's because of procreation. We were never people like this. We didn't fool around like that. We were clean people. Our tribes were clean people. We were prideful, clean people. But we became followers. We became followers because we wanted to be so much like the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Our people, our ancestors, we were prideful people. And then we become followers. We want to be like them. A lot of our ladies want to dress like them. want to change their hair color like them. They were just beautiful. And please don't get upset, ladies, if you change your hair color, because my wife, a lot of y'all change your hair color. But what I'm saying, don't take that out of context. There's a lot of young ladies who go out and get blue contacts, want to put blue contacts in their eyes. They want to have big old eye, they want to have they want to paint their hair. They because a lot of them, I'm not saying all, a lot of ladies have self issues due to the color of their skin. It's a lot of somebody got mad about Michael Jackson bleaching his skin, and they said that was a disease and everything. But why Latoya Jackson? Why does his sister have the same thing? Does she have the same disease he have? Okay, so much people don't understand. Back in them days, Michael Jackson said when he was a boy that he didn't even love the color of his skin, that he hated his skin. So it makes me believe that a lot of our people, because they were called ugly because of the color of their skin, they used a black doll and they used a white doll and said that the white doll was more beautiful than the black doll. They compare these things. Green machine in the house. And you guys got to understand these things. We have been dealing with ourselves so many years because self-esteem issues within our families, within other nations of people, we don't understand how beautiful we are. And I used to tell people, I say, I don't understand where I come up from. The lights, the light side, the light skinned family was racist against the dark skinned side. I have family members that's light skinned, and I got dark skinned people in my family. And I didn't play that shit, man. Family is supposed to be family. It doesn't matter who's the dark. And I never understood why dark complexion men or women hate their skin and they prefer light complexion people. I really believe that they really don't understand how beautiful their skin is, how copper is so beautiful. And I don't understand the hatred for their own skin. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So we come in all different shades. We come in all different colors because our people are the greatest people on the planet. And we have to stop having these complexes about what we look like because you're beautiful. We're seeing more sisters. They're having surgeries to make their lips thinner. The white woman want fat lips, and the dark skinned women want skinny lips. The white woman want a big behind, and the dark skinned women want a smaller behind. The white women want bigger breasts, and the dark skinned woman want lower breasts. We are so confused. It's a shame. You were blessed in many ways. You were blessed with everything that they used to call nasty. They would call our women nasty back in the days. Ain't your mama? They would look down. Shout out to Tony. They would look down on our women. They would put them in big dresses, and they would put them as the pancake lady. They would put them in movies. They would degrade our people. And the same things that they make fun of, they had the watermelon woman. The same thing that they make fun of is the same thing that they want to this day. The same thing that they make fun of is the same thing that they want from you today. There's not a woman on this planet that has the future. The American Indian is the most beautiful woman on the planet. And I'm talking about not the Mongoloid. I'm talking about the Aborigine American Indian. Yep, a cousin of mine had a breast reduction. Yes, you are naturally beautiful. Shout out to Realize TV, that brother from another mother. And I want people to understand this. You don't know your worth. Other nations want to look like us and be us. And you're beautiful. And the fact that you and we saw the Haitian woman talking about, I mean, the African woman, I think she was Haitian or African, and she was talking about we're not her people, we're not her culture, we're not her brothers, we're not her sisters. But lady, you had an afro on your head. See, they come here. She said she been here over a decade. African women come here, African men come here, and we rub off on them. It's amazing that we rub off on them and they don't rub off on us. They follow us. We don't follow them. But the sister running around with an afro. That afro comes from us. But yet, you talking about we trying to be you? The call, they didn't, you go look to Africa, you see some of the things that they're doing. They are adopting ways from us. Jamaica, much as I love Jamaica, much as I love Jamaicans. Come on, Jamaica. What Jamaica has is what we gave them. They have been inspired off of us. Haitians can talk about the revolution, how they stand up and they won the war against the French. They can talk about that all day long. But what has you done to Haiti? You come to America and you talk down to the people of slaves. You talk down to our people, Mr. C. They talk down to us. And they come here with nothing. And they talk about their mother coming here with 30. The brother talked about his mother came when she was 30 years old, and his father was able to flip homes. They give you credit when you come here. They give you assistance when you come here to America. They didn't teach our people about credit. A lot of our people was in some systemic racism. So you can never compare yourself to us. If you so great Haitian brothers and sisters, and you beat the French colonizers, why Haiti look the way it does? No disrespect to Haiti, but why aren't you building your country? Why aren't you building your country? But yet you shitting on the first inhabitant of this country, Charles Johnson, in the house. Make it make sense that an African, that a Haitian, all the Caribbean brothers and sisters can talk about we spoil because we have rised up and realized our worth. The fact that the Latinos can come here and they'll work for $1, and we refuse to work for that $1 because we built this country, that our blood, sweat into this land, and some of our people died. So why should we ask for less? Why should we work for less? You know why Donald Trump did not want us working in his hotels? Because we would not take the money that he's offering. He wanted Latinos to work his hotels because they needed to get in this country. You have to understand that they have to have a green card. You have to understand that we don't need a green card. We are the original people of this land. Okay? So we don't have to work for free in our own land. We don't have to work for free in our own land. We are above that in our own land. Okay? So get it, if you learn our history and you learn how they have taken things from us, how they have taken and they have taken and they have taken. So many people come to this country and evolve faster. And he was telling the truth. How his daddy was able to come to America and flip houses. How his mother was able to come here at 30 when it took your mother was born on this land and your mother was not able to evolve like somebody from another country. It's no comparison. It's no comparison. It's no comparison, family. We are the greatest people on the planet because we influence more people than anybody on the planet. Our people influence more people in the world than any nation of people. Whether it comes to sports, whether it becomes to music, whether it becomes to track, anything. I don't care what it is. We have influence more than any people in the world. But they come here working for pennies. We are the greatest people on the planet because who has a Michael Jackson? Who has a Muhammad Ali? Who has a Jesse Owens? Who has a Luther Vandross? Who has a Prince? Who has a Smokey Robinson? We produce the greatest people on the planet. But yet, they treat us as the lowest people on the planet. Because once you know who you are and you stop killing yourself, once you guys realize how great you are and stop helping them by killing yourself, then you were able to take a bow. You will be able to take a bow as they worship your feet because you are the original ones. 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 And you cannot be imitated. I like to thank everybody once again. And I'm so sorry that I have been too long coming on, sharing content, being able to go. Thank you guys for always listening to my commentary and always listening to me, trying to inspire our people because Chipina Nola 504 ain't nothing without his followers. Remember, if you haven't followed me on TikTok, um, that is my fastest growing social media outlet. I'm almost to 14,000. I'm at 13,000 followers on TikTok. If you guys would like to see a lot of the historical pictures that I post and a lot of things that I do on TikTok, you guys always welcome to come to TikTok. Help me deal with the colonizers because on TikTok, I deal with a lot of colonizers on there, okay? I deal with a lot of had it on mute. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Could you guys hear me? I'm so sorry. It was on mute. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Could you guys hear me? I was on mute. I mute myself. I had a big old grasshopper that jumped in my face. And if you guys would have saw me, you guys would have probably been laughing at me. I had a big old grasshopper that fell in my face, and I dropped my phone, and that's why I had a big old grasshopper that jumped in my face. It was almost in my mouth. I almost had a grasshopper that hit me in the mouth. But I was on. Before I close, I wanted you guys to know that my son, we have a father and son podcast. It's about sports. For those of you guys who just want to support my channel, my son and I have a sports channel. If you guys would like to support our channel it's on YouTube. It's called The Baddest Sports Show Podcast on YouTube. So if you guys would if you guys would like to support my channel, remember I'm supporting my son. He has his own podcast. It's called the Baddest Sports Show Podcast on YouTube. So if you guys would like to subscribe to my sports channel, yeah, I had a big old grasshopper, like a big monster grasshopper, that jumped in my face, and I dropped the mic. Okay, I was like, oh Lord, but that's nature. Nature just likes to talk to me. Okay, nature just likes to talk to me. So it was just nature. Okay. But if you guys would like to support, please support my channel. We have a sports channel that we talk all sports. Okay. I don't have the link right now, but if you just put up the Baddest Sports Show, if you just put up the Baddest Sports Show podcast, it's just called the Baddest Sports Show Podcast, and then you're gonna see my face. And and we talk sports on that channel. We don't talk Aborigine or anything, but we just talk sports. So if you guys would like to support us, and then I'm also going to be starting a cooking channel. I'm letting you guys know that I will be starting a cooking channel. Okay, we're going to be doing a cooking channel. So I will give y'all the channel that it's called Silver Wolf. It's Peanut Nola 5042. Remember, if you already subscribed to Peanut Nola 5042, we're doing a cooking channel. Okay, so we're gonna be doing cooking. We're gonna do live eating well. We're gonna be talking about eating healthy, trying to save the lives of our people. I will have Big Dog Philly as a guest. He will be sharing his herbs. We're going to be dealing with the herbs and spices. It's Peanut Nola 5042 on YouTube. If you would like to subscribe to that channel, we're going to be talking about herbs and spices and food. Okay, so that's what we're gonna. Yeah, nature hit me, y'all, and I'm glad I had my avatar on. I'm glad I had my avatar on because it was a big old mosquito. I mean, a big old grasshopper, and he jumped in my mouth. He just jumped on me in my face, and it's like, oh, that was a moment. I dropped the phone, and it was like very embarrassing. So you guys would have, like I said, you guys probably would have been crying, laughing. It is what it is. But it's ain't nothing but the environment. It's just energies. Everything is about energies. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah, that's because I dropped my mic and I muted it by accident. I had a big old grasshopper that jumped in my mouth. Okay, so I'd like to thank you guys once again. For coming on, you know what I'm saying? Please share the video. Ghetto Child in the house. All respect for Ghetto Child in the house. OG Green Machine. Let me know if you guys are moderators. Did I make you guys a moderator? Ghetto Child and Green OG Green Machine. Let me know if I made you guys moderators. I love to keep all you guys close. Okay. You got Thomas. Let me know if I made you guys moderators in the group. Okay, so all respect to all you guys. You all get a wrench in my group. Okay, nothing but because you guys are nothing but faithful content creators who always support my channel. I got nothing but love. Okay, but I'm out of here. I'm about to get out of here. Let me close the thing. But if you guys would have saw, you probably would have been cracking up. Okay, But I'm out of here. Thank you guys once again for supporting the channel. It is what it is. And I'm out of here. Okay, old green needs a wrench. He will have a wrench next time he come on. He will definitely have a wrench. This channel is all about the people. Okay, those who are Aborigine people get a wrench. If you support the Aborigine community, you will get a wrench. You have a blessed day.